Hello again, welcome back everyone. Today I wanted to do a quick review of one of my lightsabers. I have quite a few of this collection. This is a Black Series Hasbro Force Effects, and this particular one is, of course, the Darth Vader one. So just briefly about this line of lightsabers. Um, Hasbro took over from Master Replicas in the early 2000s. Prior to that, Master Replicas was the only company that would produce these officially licensed lightsabers. And after that, after Disney bought Lucasfilm, it might have been around the same time, Hasbro started producing them. And the first line that they made was called the Signature Series. And that is a line that is now discontinued. You can't really find any signature lightsabers except if they're all used on eBay. But they have, in the last few years, started re-releasing the exact same lightsabers under a new kind of brand called the Black Series. And they're almost exactly the same as far as I know. They're, they're called Force Effects once again. They're intended as kind of a higher end toy slash collectible. They feature metal hilts, kind of realistic dimensions, light and sound, and some sort of blade effects. They're quite realistic looking for the most part, and I would say in terms of screen accuracy, they vary. Some of them, like the Luke Return of the Jedi, are really not screen accurate at all. But this particular one is actually quite good. Darth Vader lightsaber has obviously in canon. There's only one that appeared in the original trilogy, but actually in each of the three movies and in Rogue One, there are very slight kind of variations to the hilt design. So they kind of redesigned the hilt a little bit. There's subtle changes from Rogue One to A New Hope to Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. There's differences in the hilt. So this particular one that is made by Hasbro is really based on the A New Hope version. So if you were to compare this against Empire Strikes Back version, there are some like colored wires on the other one. These kind of grips are taller. This is gone from here. So there are subtle differences. But it's the only officially licensed Darth Vader lightsaber on the market. If you wanted like a special Return of the Jedi or something, you'd have to buy something from a replica designer like Roman Props, KR Sabers, and those are much more expensive. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at this hilt. We'll start off here at the bottom. So this is the end portion there, the pommel. So the pommels with these is always sort of vented for the speaker, and it has the stamp on it that says 2015 Hasbro Lucasfilm, and that's vented for sound. And then we've got these. It feels like a hard rubber, but I think it's a form of plastic. I'm not really sure. These T-grips, there are 6 of them. And the rest of the hilt it's mostly metal. I mean, there are parts, this is plastic. This whole thing here is plastic, that's plastic. This here looks like metal, but it's not, it's plastic. It would have been nice if this was metal and that was metal too, but they're not. So the main body of the hilt is metal, everything else is plastic, but it still has a really nice weight to it. The hilt itself has a sort of a chrome finish, which is why it's easy to kind of smudge with fingerprints, but it looks good. Over here is the main clamp card with a bubble strip, similar to Luke Skywalker, A New Hope version. And here is the clamp lever, which is black in the Rogue One version and missing altogether from Empire Strikes Back. And these sides here are black in the other versions, but they're silver here. Over here, I'm really not sure what these ESEB letters stand for, but they're there on all of them. Like I said, over here there are some colored wires protruding in the Empire Strikes Back version. Moving to the top to the emitter, there's this plastic black shroud. And this is a sort of a D-ring. I don't know if it moves. Yeah, it does. It does move a little, but it's pretty tough. This screw here is a plastic grey. Would have been nice if these were metal too. This one, that one. And finally the blade. The blade has a rounded tip and measures about 36 inches. Now, with all of these, MR, Hasbro, Signature Series, Black Series, all of them, they use the same technology for lighting, which is an LED strip that runs up all the way up from the hilt to the tip. Which means when you turn the lightsaber on, you get a sequential lighting up and down, like a scroll effect, which is very realistic. But on the downside, it also means that you really shouldn't duel at all with these, because they're pretty sensitive, and if you hit them hard, you can damage one of the LEDs and break it or dislodge it. And what you're then end up with is a dark spot, a dark shadow. So do be careful with these if you pick them up. These are really intended for cosplay, for display. I have them mounted up on my wall, just to kind of admire and collect. They do have some blade effects when you sort of hit them, when you clash them. There is a little bit of a sound effect of a clash, but you have to kind of clash them quite carefully against your hand, maybe against a soft surface. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just display some of the sound effects, and we'll test it out in the dark as well, swing it around and show you what it looks like. Okay. So the activation switch is that one here, and you slide it up and down. That's that idle hum. So moving it around, you get some swing. And these are the clash sounds. What I'm doing is I'm just hitting it against my hand. There are no blade effects, there's no flash on clash or anything like that in these. It's just a sound effect that you get. And power off. Again, let's look at the scroll down. One more time, on and off. Okay, now I'm gonna dim the lights and show how bright the blade is, and then I'm just going to take it for a test to swing it around a little and show what it looks like.